What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. Today we're focusing on the Buffalo Sabres and what to expect from the team in upstate New York in 2016-2017. I starts and ends with Jack Eichel. The second-year center put up 56 points as a rookie last year, and I think will be, expected to contribute even more and be a guy that's, the be-all all-around center that teams need to compete, and I think he's that guy. I mean, him having 70 points next year would surprise absolutely nobody, and I think Buffalo's gonna need that type of productivity. And you look at it, you're gonna open the season with him and Ryan O'Reilly down the middle. That's a good setup if I do so myself. O'Reilly had 60 points in 70 games last season, so we'll see. What kind of productivity you get out of those two. But, I think Eichel's a lock for 65 to 70 points in a second year. And I think O'Reilly, be in that 60 to 65 point range. And then, you fill in the wingers around him. They went out and signed Kyle Okposo. Huge Kyle Okposo fan right there. And I think he's going to be excellent on a line with Eichel. I think, the two games complement each other very well. Okposo's been around the league. He knows. He's not been around the league. He's been on Long Island. But he's been up for, 9 years now, 8 years anyway, and, just a great offensive player. Knows what it's like to play with a phenom, as he played with John Tavares, has played with John Tavares for the last, number of years. So, his playmaking, his shooting ability, he'll be a nice fit right next to Eichel on that, top line. And then, for a third wing, I guess if Ennis is healthy going into camp, adding him to that line would be, a very good look for that Sabres team. And then for O'Reilly's line, Reinert, and then Evander Kane if Kane's got his shit together. But I don't know. I don't think Kane finishes the season with Buffalo. We'll see how that plays itself out. But again, I think he's kind of worn out his welcome. Ownership is not happy with the management, coaching staff, and at 25 years old, it's time to grow up. And Evander Kane has shown no willingness to do so. So we'll see what happens with regards to his future in Buffalo. And then your number 3 center, I like Gergensons in that role. They obviously re-signed him to a 1-year deal a couple weeks ago. So, is he gonna light the world on fire? No, but he's a nice, solid third line center on a young team, and he's not gonna hurt you. So. You got him, then you figure Molson and Giunta as like a veteran line. Maybe Larson somewhere in there. I mean, there's plenty of possibilities here. And I think it's up to Dan Bilesman to kind of piece it together. Hudson Fasching will definitely be pushing for a spot. I think Justin Bailey will be pushing for a spot. Maybe not at a camp, but at some point. And former BU Terrier, Rodriguez. So there's a lot of work to do. But, the forwards should be a strong point for this team. Say that 3 times fast. On defense, their best defenseman is still unsigned right now, Rasmus Ristolainen. I wrote it up on PowerPlayInsiders.com yesterday. I think a deal will get done. I think he'll be re-signed. But, I think it'll be, more of a bridge deal than it will be a long-term extension. But, we'll see what happens between now and the start of camp. So he's kind of your anchor, and then they went out and acquired Dmitry Kulikov. I think he's a good 2 or 3 guy on this team. Jake McCabe has shown that he can do a little bit of everything for you. Bogosian, you know what he is. Georges gives you some leadership, some defensive acumen. Cody Franzen is what he is. So there's some depth. I'd like to see Ristolainen signed, and then obviously had an excellent year last year with 41 points in 81 games. I'd like to see his defensive ability improve a little bit. I think that'll happen with the rest of the team. I think that'll be a byproduct of the team's improvement, and I think he can be that anchor on defense. I think they'll be. I think they're. No, they won't publicly say this, but I think the Sabres' best hope is Evander Kane plays well enough that they can flip him for some help on defense. I don't know what that help on defense entails. I just think that they want another veteran kind of puck mover back there, to complement what they have. Again, I like their D, but I think they could use another, vet that knows what he's doing. Again, I think Ristolainen's got to step up. I think he's going to be very good, but let's not put everything on a 21-year-old. Again, he's very good, but he's not Drew Doughty. So no disrespect to Ristolainen. So we'll see what happens on the blue line. Again, I think they'll be active. I think Buffalo's worked hard, not worked hard. They've tanked hard to acquire a shitload of assets to be able to plug and play and acquire different guys. So we'll see. We'll see what they do. And I think Murray's shown over the years that he's always looking to swing a deal here and there. So what that entails, we shall find out. But I obviously like the direction of this team. In that you got Robin Lehner, if he can stay healthy, which last year he was one of their big off-season gets, and then gets hurt opening night. Like shit, dude, really? So that's a situation to keep an eye on. He's only 25 himself. It just seems like he's been around forever. If he can stay healthy, give you some tough minutes. Allmark looked okay in spot duty, so I guess you're at opening camp with Lehner and Linus Allmark. Never mind. You're opening camp with Lehner and Anders Nielsen, apparently. I misspoke on Allmark. So that's... Yeah. Goaltending. I mean, if the D and the goaltender were as good as their forwards, they'd be a contender in the Eastern Conference. But I think there's too many question marks, with this squad and with the back end, and that's how you win games. So we'll see what happens. And Allmark could take the backer spot. I don't know why. One of their Russian goalies went back to Europe. So I was just lumping all the European goalies together. How stupid of me. So Eichel's going to take some steps forward in year 2. I think Ristolainen is going to take some steps forward in year 3.5, call it. So, or 2, whatever you want, 2.5, 3.5, what the fuck you want to call it. So, it's like, well, now what? The Atlantic Division, you look at it, you got the 2 Florida teams. You got, Montreal, Carey Price is going to be back. I think Detroit's going to regress. Toronto's in kind of the same boat as Buffalo. It is in the exact same boat as Buffalo. I think Buffalo's a little bit ahead of them in terms of the rebuild, but it's like saying you're in the hole $100,000 instead of $200,000, like casino, because there's a casino in Buffalo. I know, I've been there. So they're not a playoff team, not yet, but there'll be room for improvement. I'm just kind of looking at the Atlantic Division. Detroit will regress. Ottawa's gonna regress. I don't know what Ottawa's doing, and the Boston Bruins, as we know, are a back alley abortion. So, again, they'll be able to jump up in the standings a little bit. It'll be better. There'll be reason for optimism. There'll be a lot of fun and exciting moments watching the Sabres this year. But they're still a year away from the playoffs. I think them and Toronto are both coming. And it kind of, with teams like the Bruins, Senators, and Red Wings on the way down, it's going to be a pretty interesting mix in the Atlantic Division for the next, 5 to 6 years. So, we'll see how it all shakes itself up. But if you have the chance to watch the Sabres play this year, absolutely go. Whether you're in Buffalo or, they're visiting your home team, because Eichel's the real deal. I really like Sam Reinert's game, and I think Ristolainen is ready to take that next step forward. So, anyway, that's all I got. Episode of the Power Play with CJ. Stay tuned for more episodes throughout the off season and beyond. Later, guys.